Hey, what's going on everyone? Steven Laggy Gamer here, back with a new video. And before we get into the video, I just wanted to do a quick channel update. Every other Thursday, or hopefully if things go good, every Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will hopefully see a new video from me. Some type of content from me. It could be a game discussion, it could be a video like today, it could be gameplay of me playing a game. Just be on the lookout for every other Thursday of new videos coming out. And like I said, if things are going good, it would be every Thursday, because I want to get more videos up on my channel, be more involved, be more active in the community, and I figure if I set a set date and time and stuff and get on a proper schedule, it would help me develop more and help the channel grow. So without further ado, let's get into the topic of this video: pushing through video games. What do I mean by pushing through a game? It's several examples here I want to share with you guys, and hopefully in the end you guys will share some of your examples with me in the comments or by video form yourself. So let's get right into it. What triggered this was a game I'm playing now, Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus on the Vita. I started playing that game because I was in a hack and slash mood, and Scott Ultimate Floyd 1 just did a video review on a Ninja Gaiden game, and from his review and saying how much he loved the series while he was the 3D series while growing up, I really wanted to dive into one because I hadn't played one before. I heard that they were generally pretty tough games and challenging, and I was like, you know what? I've done Dark Souls and stuff, so I should be fine with going through some Ninja Gaiden. Well, I put it in, and while the game isn't that challenging, it's just not hooking me. I'm not having a good time with it. It's just like a average hack and slash game for me. And not trying to downplay anyone who likes it or anything, but that's what's leading to this video is, even though I'm not really having the best time with it, I'm still pushing through this game. And I have no idea why. This is an example where I am pushing through to want to see the end of this game, and I have no reason why I want to, just to see the end of it. It's a game I'm not really liking and not enjoying that much, yet I want to push through and see the ending. It's weird because when I start a game, I normally like to go ahead and look up and see how many chapters. This is a chapter-based game. See how many chapters are in the game. I think this has 19 or 20, and I'm on chapter 15 right now, so I'm pretty close to the end. But I mean, I'm telling you, around chapter 4 or 5, I was ready to be done with it. It's just the combat, just the hack and slash feels good, and but the way you dodge and everything in the game is confusing. Just the controls just kind of feel bad to me. The camera's bad, the controls feel kind of bad, and maybe it's because I'm playing on the Vita, but it's just something I'm not really digging. Yet for some unknown reason, I want to see the ending of it. It could be because I'm really trying to finish every game I start these days, but this is a game where I'm pushing through it that I'm not enjoying it. So that's one example. Games you push through that you're not really enjoying, but for some reason you want to see the end. Now, on a better note, games that you push through because they're super long and take up a lot of your time. Xenoblade Chronicles, great example. A game that people have soaked 100 plus hours into. My final clock time on it was, I believe, 84 or 86 hours, somewhere around there. Still the longest, like, single, because MMO games I've put tons of hours into, but single player based, like campaign RPG, this is by far the most hours I've ever put into any of them. So 86 hours is a heavy time investment for me. I'm a busy guy, so to be able to do that, it took a lot. And the moment of pushing through for me was when, like I said, I'm pretty busy. And in a standard day, if my free time starts around 8 and I go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, that's 2 hours window of possible free time. And for a game like Xenoblade, 2 hours doesn't seem like long enough to sit down and play to knock out any of it. So for the longest time, I was putting it off until days off, and that was taking me forever to be able to finish the game. Until one day I said, you know what, I'm just going to push through this. I'm going to play it whenever I can, push through the content that I can, and see the end of this game. And that's what I did. I pushed through it, man. I put in hours. I put in hour-long days where I only had an hour to pay it. Then I pushed through some 8-hour grind sessions on my days off, especially if the family was out somewhere. I mean, all day. 8 hours easy pumped into this game. And I mean, I was well rewarded. I love the game. It's one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. And because I decided to push through and keep putting the time into it, I was able to finish it and complete it. And it's not a moment I regret. It's 86 hours. It's a heavy time investment for me, but it was time well spent in this game. I loved it. And my final example of pushing through a game, how could you talk about a subject not like this and not mention the Souls series? Dark Souls. This is Dark Souls, the collector's edition here. This is how I got started to the series. It wasn't Demon Souls. It was this game, Dark Souls. And what do I mean by pushing through there? Pushing through the difficulty. Pushing through and making those baby steps to get a little bit further, to train and hone your skills so you can just make it that much further later on down the road. And just when you think you got it figured out, the game throws something else at you where you got to learn new things to push through even further. I'm not kidding you guys when I've said this story before. When I bought this game day one, me and my buddy both bought it. I also bought the strategy guide. It's back here somewhere. If I don't knock over any amiibos. I bought the strategy guide right here to help me push through the game because, I mean, hearing the rumors about its development in Demon Souls, knew it was going to be tough. So I got the guide. Me and my friend both went to his house, had dual flat screens set up where we could play side by side, looking at the guide to get through. And the first area of the game, the Undead Burg, I'm not kidding, it took me at least 4 to 6 hours to get through that part. That's like the intro area of the game. I could beat it in less than 5 minutes now, like just speeding through there. I could just run through it in less than 2 minutes. It's so easy to get through now, but that first time in it, pushing through that area took every ounce in me to not want to give up and take the game out of the system and snap it in half. Like most people do when they first get involved into the Souls series. They don't snap the game in half, they give up. They don't want to see anymore. They've had enough of getting their butt kicked and they're done. But I kept pushing through, man, and I pushed through it. I get to that boss, and when you finally beat the boss, exhale, move on further, and continue exploring. And the game didn't let up. It still got harder. It was more difficult as I kept going through, but I pushed through it to see the end, and it was the most rewarding experience to date I've ever had in a game. Like I said, it's my favorite game of all time now. And just because I kept pushing through to make it just a little bit further, I was able to get this experience that's still stuck with me to this day. Love this game, love this franchise. I can't wait for Dark Souls 3 coming out. So that's what I mean by pushing through. So now I'm ready to hear some examples from you guys, whether it's in the comments below or do a video response or whatever you want to do. I'm really looking forward to see what games people have pushed through that they've like just disliked and hated just because they wanted to see the end. Maybe put a video review up on it or something and they needed to finish it to get through it to do that. I'm really curious what people are going to say there. So anyways, don't want this to be too long. I think my battery on my phone is running low and probably going to die. So like I said, comment below, give a response, whatever you want to do, and hopefully next Thursday or Thursday after, you'll see another new video from me. Alright, Like Gamer, liking out.